Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. And of course, if you are new here, hello and welcome. For today's video, drum roll please. Hope you are ready to see my project pan update number 2, which yes, it's almost May and I'm only on update number 2. I did start a little bit later, but here we are. We are going to be going through my second update for my project pan for this year. If you have not seen any of my other project pan updates, I do put before and after shots on the screen somewhere so you guys can compare and contrast and go through the journey with me. I feel like I've been doing pretty solid on this project pan, but I could be doing better, and we'll go through that and we'll be able to see my progress. And I don't really know where to start, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive in and start with our bronzer. And this is the Aesthetica Sunset Bronzer. If you can't already tell, this is a very, very well-loved bronzer. The logo has literally rubbed off, but as you can see, I'm getting a really, really defined scoop in this bronzer finally. I know during my first update, I was getting some sort of like tiny indentation, but this is like a really well-defined scoop, so I'm pretty proud that I'm using it. Seeing the progress truly is so satisfying. Out of my entire project pan list, bronzer is for sure the #1 product that I use the most of, and this is actually a pretty powdery formula. I will get a clean brush to show you guys. Clean brush right here. Once I dip in the pan, you guys can see all the dust and kickback that happens. I don't know if you saw that and if it relayed on camera or not, but I will go ahead and tap off the excess so you guys can see. It's a pretty powdery formula, so I feel like it's doing a pretty good job dwindling down, and I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. What's next? My Poreless Putty Primer. So this is the primer that I use every single time. I have not used another primer during this entire journey, but as you can see, we are almost done with this product. This is another one of those products that I feel like it's gonna take me a little while to actually finish it off, because I do only concentrate this in my T-zone area, and I only use a little bit because I have found out I've tried using more than I should. If you use too much, at least in my personal opinion, if you use too much of this in whatever areas on your face, foundation or tinted moisturizers tend to look a little bit more caked up. On top of that, I hate saying that, but so a little does go a long way, so slowly but surely we will finish this off. That's just so satisfying to see. It's a good primer if you have not used this. I highly recommend it. I haven't used the mattifying one though, so I can't touch base on that, but the Poreless Putty Primer, so good. And just piggybacking, because we were talking about e.l.f. products, this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I feel like I haven't really been using this a lot, but I have found a new method of how I like to use this. I've just been swirling with my finger and then pressing it and melting it into my skin, but I have found to love this more with a brush, and I will show you guys the difference. But basically what I do is I go ahead and take a clean brush and I just dab a little bit in there, just so a little bit gets on the brush here, and then I'll just stipple it into my cheeks. And it just gives such a cute little finish. It's just more of a natural finish if you want that nice sun-kissed glow without looking like you're actually wearing blush. And then I'll show you what it looks like when I swirl my finger, so it melts in your finger really nice, and then you can kind of just press it, and off the bat you can see the pigment difference. But if you do like that more bold blush look, definitely go in with your fingers. And then a close-up on that, the top is with a brush and the bottom application is just with my finger, so a pretty big difference in application. So for me personally, like I've said, I've been liking using a brush when I do choose to use this, but that being said, when I do use a brush, I use less product. And I did start this project pan journey with this being completely brand new, so I set myself up, I think, for failure on this one. Who knows? I don't know how much I'm gonna use of it by the end of the year, considering I do have a face palette in here that I've been using the blush in that palette a little bit more, but for what it is, sorry, my neighbor's mowing their lawn. I'm sorry if you hear that. Nothing is better than the smell of fresh cut grass though. But anyways, we're not getting sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, hopefully we'll see how much I can use of this. And then let's just talk about my face palette since I did touch base on it. This is the Physician Formula Butter Collection, and as I mentioned in my previous update, I broke the highlight up here. It fell out of the pan, but I was able to press it back in. But from my first update till now, I feel like I did use quite a bit of these two blushes in the middle. The actual texture of Physician Formulas, they always have this like iconic wave format and indentation in their products, and as you can see, these middle two blushes, and sometimes I'll even mix these, I use these all the time. They are my most loved blushes at the moment. So it is getting quite messy around the pan, and the texture in the blushes are getting pretty flat. So I think I'm doing a pretty okay job. I could definitely use the highlights a bit more, but these highlights are so pigmented. And then I haven't really been touching these bronzers because, like I said, I've been really trying to use up my Aesthetica bronzer, and because I'm not really tan at the moment, summer is really not here in Illinois. It's still pretty much cold outside, so I don't have my tan on. So these do pull a little bit more darker and orangey for my skin tone. I'm still a little bit pale at the moment, so I haven't really been touching these. When I do get a pretty good base and tan on, I will see myself using these more, but I feel like I really want to continue my project pan and continue to use the bronzer that I'm trying to get through. Now that we have touched base on this, let's just go ahead and talk about my Natasha Denona Glam Palette. And if I'm being honest, I've been keeping it super casual and natural with my makeup. I've just been so busy, you guys, that I just don't have time for it. That being said, let's go ahead and see the progress I made. And as you can see off the bat, you can already see that these shimmer and metallic shades are what I use most often. This one is for sure my most loved eyeshadow in this palette. This is my favorite one and done eyeshadow. It's what I'm using today. Literally, you just put it on your finger, top off your eyes, and then I am done. I'm good to go. I've dabbled a little bit into these darker shades, but like I said, I've been keeping it super casual when it comes to my eye makeup. So I haven't really been doing too many like smoky looks that cause for these darker shades. But these lighter shimmer shades like this rose gold, these golds here, so good. I feel like I've been doing really good, and of course the close-up will show you these beautiful indentations in these shimmer shades. Oh my goodness, I feel like I can smell the fresh cut grass through the window. Definitely not, but it is allergy season. Welcome. Okay, but moving on, let's talk about a lip gloss. This lip gloss is my favorite lip gloss. I will forever purchase lip glosses from Tower 28 Beauty, and this one is in the shade Oat. It is their Milky Lip Jelly. Literally, look at that. I am almost done. I thought I would be done by April because I do use this gloss every day, even when I'm wearing a mask because I'm a psychopath. I haven't bought a backup yet because I want that satisfaction of rewarding myself once I'm fully finished with this. I am seriously almost done. I feel like another like week or 2 weeks I would be done with this. So look forward to the next update because I have a feeling that one's gonna be finito. Let's get on to some complexion products, shall we? If you don't know, if you haven't watched my other videos, I have 2 products in the complexion category. I have a tinted moisturizer for the days I'm looking to keep it low-key, and then I also have a full coverage foundation in here. We're gonna go ahead and start off by talking about the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer, and this is my winter shade, so I'm making it work when it comes to the warmer months, but this is in the shade Fair 4N. For only using 1 pump for my entire face, I feel like I'm making pretty great progress. I can definitely see a change from my first update till now, which was only about a month ago, so a month's use, pretty good in my own opinion. But then going on to our actual foundation, this is the Tarte Foundsealer Full Coverage Foundation. This second line right here, this is where I marked off after I finished filming my first update. So within a month from then till now, I feel like I used the same amount from the first update. This is a full coverage foundation. It is like max coverage in my opinion. So 1 pump, sometimes half of a pump will do me for the entire face. So just to reiterate my 2 complexion products, right here we are doing pretty good with them. For the most part, considering I don't really wear these every day per se, but we're pushing through and we're getting done with it. And then another complexion product, I have the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer, and this one is in shade 11 Light Medium. We made progress, guys, and I was nervous that I didn't have a scale to measure in grams of this for you guys, because for a while I could not see any kind of progress, but we made a full-on breakthrough. And of course the concealer is pushed up and down, so there's no way of knowing like if I'm halfway done. I feel like the more I can use it, I will get a better indicator. Progress, baby, we have made progress. And then the last product, because this product I've gotten so mad, this is the Coty Airspun Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Say that 10 times fast. But I feel like this is the product that I've been making the least progress with, especially when it is warming up outside, even though we're in Illinois and it was literally like 20 degrees the other day. I am in spring mode still, and next week it's gonna be like 80 degrees. So I feel like I haven't been setting my complexion products almost never, if I'm being honest. But I did make a little bit of progress because I still set my concealer when I use this. However, I feel like I haven't been using a lot of it, as you guys can see. And again, I will use a before and after photo for you guys so you can see that. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep it until the end to see how I really do from like start to finish. But from a month's worth, I don't feel like I've been using this enough to say I have made progress on it. That sums up my second update for my project pan for 2021. Let me know if I did okay, guys. Don't be too hard on me. But as always, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up or a tiny thumbs up, whatever you please. Or if you want to see my future project pan updates or any other lifestyle and beauty videos, go ahead and be sure to subscribe below. It's just right down there. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.